I appreciate you taking some time to join in on our live stream today. Oh, awesome. I'll be at the Yellow Green Farmers Market Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 4. My last facial is at 3:30. So definitely, if you have my number, text me. And if not, send me a message on DM on Instagram. Okay? So we're going to get started, ladies. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you taking your time from your busy schedule to learn more about taking care of your skin. My name is Donata Joseph, and I am the CEO of Donata Skin Food, and I make natural skincare products, and I educate people on how to take better care of their skin. I have a license in esthetician. I have a license as an esthetician, and I also was a skincare instructor. So that's where my passion of teaching skin stems from. Before we get started, I'm always going to open our sessions with deep breathing. And on Mondays, for my Mask Off Mondays, I do meditation and deep breathing. But for Wednesdays, it's just deep breathing, and we're going to get into the session. So if you all can place your hands on your belly. Can you hear the sounds? If someone could tell me if they can hear the music. Let me know if you can hear the music, okay, so we could get started. Yes, perfect. Okay. So we're going to place our hands on our belly. We're going to close our eyes. We're going to mindfully take 3 deep breaths. And the purpose of us taking our deep breath before this session is so that we can calm our mind and body, kind of let go of the craziness that happened today, and start to get our mind focused on today's lesson. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. I hope you're feeling really good right now. When we're doing our sessions and we're doing the deep breathing part, sometimes I may breathe in longer than you and breathe out longer than you, and that's only because I've been doing deep breathing for a while. I know when you first get started, breathing for 8 seconds, holding for 4, and letting go for 8 seconds can be a long time. So if you have to do it for a shorter time, do it at your pace. But the most important part is that you do it. Before we get started, I have several electronics in front of me. I have my notebook in front of me, and I'm one to have my mind all over the place. So you'll see me looking around, checking everything, and also making sure that I cover all our notes for our session. So if you see me pause and looking around, I'm just trying to make sure everything is working as it should. Now, you guys have your notebooks, right? I'm going to assume you have your notebook. If you don't have a notebook, if you're driving, you can get this on iTunes and you can listen to it again so you could take notes. But be sure you take notes, because when you write stuff down, that helps to keep it in memory of stuff you do when you're taking care of your skincare regimen. Renee, awesome. By the way, Renee has some journals that's going to be coming out soon. I cannot wait to get a hold of it, because we will be using her journals during our sessions, so we can make sure we take all our notes in one notebook and you know where to go for your notebook. Today's session is about eliminating, it's called, oh my gosh, I can't talk today, guys, Elimination Diet. And I called it Elimination Diet because just like in our bodies, we have to be careful what we eat, is the same way we have to be careful what we put on our skin. So I've had a lot of people that have skin issues. As a matter of fact, one person today that called me and said, Donata, I really need help. My legs are breaking out. I have all these scars. I don't know what else to do. And the first thing I did was ask her what products is she using. Now this is someone that never had any skin issues. Her skin looks flawless to me. So I asked her to send me pictures so I can assess exactly what she was talking about. And she sent me pictures, and you could see scarring on her legs. And what happened is her legs were scratching a lot. Her legs was itching, and she was scratching it, and it left scars. So to her, when she was talking to me, she said, "Oh, I know I'm under stress, and that's why I'm breaking out." So I'm glad she noticed that stress could be one of the reasons why your skin can break out. But then I started asking her other questions. I asked her, "What products are you using?" She said she was using African black soap and a generic lotion. Then when she said she was using African black soap, my next question was, "What is your skin type?" And she said her skin type is mostly dry. Then I asked, was the African black soap something she recently started using? And she said yes. And then the follow-up question was, did you notice that your itching started when you started using African black soap? And when she mentioned yes, of course, at the time, she didn't make the connection before. She made the connection when I started asking the questions. But I explained to her that African black soap, although it's a soap that millions of people love, but if you have dry skin, African black soap is not the right soap for your skin type. African black soap is very detoxing. It draws the toxins from your skin, and while it's drawing the toxins from your skin, it's also drawing some of your oils. And when you lose some of your oils and you already have dry skin to begin with, you don't really have much that you're working with afterwards. So I told her that she needed to stop using the African black soap. She did purchase some products from me today and picked it up. And I'm looking forward to seeing the transformation in her skin. And one of the things I recommended to her was the pine tar soap and our scar butter, of course, to help her heal her scars. But it could be something as simple as something that you're doing every single day that could be causing your skin issues, but yet you'll run out and spend $50, $100, $200 on a product when it's something as simple as stop using the soap that you're using. So, for instance, if she had continued using that soap and never reached out to me for me to tell her that stop using that soap, this is your problem, she could have went out, she could have gone out, she could have gone to the dermatologist, she could have paid all this money for a cream recommended by the dermatologist to stop the itching, because that's her problem. Her skin was irritated, she's scratching her skin. So as a dermatologist, of course, they're going to prescribe something to help with the itch, but they're not going to the root of the problem of trying to figure out what is causing the itch to begin with, which was something as simple as African black soap. So when I was thinking of what I wanted to cover for the next episode for our skin food journey, I thought of what is the next thing that people need to know before they even look into the right products that they need to use for their skin. And it's eliminating stuff that you're already using. So if you have dry skin, please stay away from African black soap. As much as everybody loves it, it is not appropriate for your skin. If you have oily skin, it's amazing. Dry skin, stop. The next thing that a lot of people do and don't realize how it affects their skin is using hot water. How many of you guys love to take a hot shower? I know I was one of those people. Every day coming from work, I have a lot of stress. The first thing I do, jump in the shower and take a steamy hot shower. The ones that when you open the door, all the fume and the smoke comes out of the bathroom because it's that hot. When you have dry skin, hot showers are the worst thing for your skin. Even oily skin, hot showers are not healthy for you to begin with, period, when it comes to skincare. When you're taking a hot shower, I know, I love hot showers too, as soothing as a hot shower is running down your back and it's steamy and you're feeling the stress coming down your back, you're feeling your stress is being released through your muscles, it feels amazing. But how many times do you get out of that real hot shower and think to yourself, why is my skin so dry? I know every time, and as much as I know it's not good to do, I will take a hot shower maybe once every 2 months, just as a treat. But when I do that, my face is so dry it feels tight. And then, of course, you just go like this and you leave a whole white mark on your arm. So if you have dry skin, please stay away from hot showers. I wouldn't say go from total hot to complete warm, but little by little, if your level was 10 for hot showers, go down to 9, 8, 7, 6, at least 6. You need to be in the middle because you need to preserve the oils that your skin is producing on its own. So you're not having to use so many extra products for your skin. I have a question. Do you know what to use for keloid scars? Keloid scars are really, it's a touchy subject because I've read of different things you can use. I've read of different methods you can use to help your scars, but I also have read that your scars will come back. So that's definitely something I will write down. I think it's Juice is the name. I will write that down in my notebook parking lot, so it's something that I can definitely look into and either do a live stream on it or maybe send out an email or put it in an ebook as the next while I'm compiling the next ebook, I can add into the ebooks. But at the end of the day, I'll get that information out for you. So we covered hot water, we covered African black soap. The next one I mentioned a little bit earlier in our first live stream, but if you were not part, you're welcome. If you were not part of the first live stream, I'm going to repeat it again here. Coconut oil. Coconut oil. You know we all love coconut oil. We slathered it on our skin. We take it internally. We use it in our hair. We use it in our cooking. We use coconut oil for everything. But the one thing about coconut oil is it's not good for everybody's skin type. If you have oily skin, if your skin is prone to being clogged, coconut oil is not the right oil to use on your skin. As I mentioned in our first episode, each oil that you use on your body has a level, either 0 to 5. And according to that level, if the level is 4, 5, that's a clog pouring oil. If it's 0, 1, 2, those are the oils I like to play around with when I'm making products for skincare. But you definitely don't want to go over 3. So if you have acne, if you have big pores, coconut oil is not the correct oil to use for your skin. So it could be somebody that has acne and they're eating a healthy diet, they're not eating dairy, they're exercising so they could detox their body, they're drinking a lot of water, so they're doing everything that they need to do to keep their skin healthy, but they keep breaking out. So my suggestion would be to them, if you're using coconut oil, which a lot of people use, it would be to stop using the coconut oil and see how your skin adjusts to it. People that have dry skin, coconut oil will work. If you have dry acne skin, do not put it on your skin. But coconut oil is amazing for the body. It's amazing for the hair, of course, depending on if your body and your hair likes it. So definitely, if you use coconut oil and you have trouble with your skin, that's something to kind of cross out of that's something to eliminate from your skin food diet. Now, what can you use in place of coconut oil? You can use avocado oil. You can use sweet almond oil. You can use jojoba oil, which is amazing for the skin, whether you have dry, oily. Jojoba oil is good for all skin types. And these are oils you can pick up at GNC, Whole Foods, NutriSmart, any nutrition type store would have those oils. Next, we have wrapping your hair. Some of us have long hair, some of us wear protective styles, even natural hair. It doesn't matter how long or short your hair is, you definitely want to wrap your hair at night. Why? Because we use chemicals in our hair. Our hair is collecting all the pollutants from the day. Particles are flying in our hair. Just all kind of stuff, smoke, just whatever is happening in our environment is infiltrating our hair. And then we come home, we don't wash our hair every day, we don't. So we come home and we go lay down on our bed and we don't wrap our hair, so our hair is rubbing all on the pillow, and there's whatever product we put in our hair, it could be dirt, it could be sweat, it could be whatever you can imagine that's rubbing on the pillow, and then your face is rubbing on the pillow at the same time. So I always suggest people, please wrap your hair every night so that at least whatever is in your hair, sometimes we put grease, although we don't see the grease, that stuff is still getting on our pillow and then it's touching our face. So definitely you want to make sure you wrap your hair at night. Following that, you want to make sure you change your pillowcase minimum every week. If you could change it every 5 days, I know, which is hard because who's really counting every 5 days? But if you could change it that often, especially if you have oily hair, change it more often. If you don't, definitely change it once a week so that you have a fresh new pillow and whatever oils or residue that's on that pillow is not continually touching your face week after week, day after day. The same for your washcloth. When you're using a washcloth for your face, you want to be sure that you change it every week. If you could change it every 3 or 4 days, that's even better. Because when you wash your face, you're taking the oils off your skin. And when you take off the oils and the dirt and the makeup and all that's on your skin, it's getting on your washcloth. And when you're done using that washcloth, you hang it on the rack, you go the next day, you're reusing that washcloth again. So from the time that it's sitting from the day before to the next day, it's getting bacteria, it's getting whatever is in the air. If your windows are open, all the chemicals from the air and pollutants from the air is getting on your washcloth. So you definitely want to change your washcloth more often, especially if you have oily skin. You want to change it more often because it stays on the washcloth. Next, this is a big one. Makeup, makeup, makeup. A lot of people go clubbing 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I remember those days. You come home, you're exhausted. You plop yourself on the bed and you're like, I'll just take off the makeup the next day. That is so bad to do. One, makeup is getting on the pillowcase that you probably won't change for the next few days. Two, the makeup is going into your pores. You have to think of your pores as your mouth, little mouth that's eating whatever is on your skin. So when you leave the makeup on your face overnight, research will, if you look it up, they'll say you're putting 10 years on your life just by doing that one makeup, going to sleep with makeup that one night. So take that extra 2-3 minutes. You don't have to go through a whole routine of washing your face, but take some oil. Some of the oils I mentioned before, sweet almond oil, avocado oil, jojoba oil. Put it on a washcloth and wipe the makeup off your face. You're doing two things. You're cleaning your face and you're moisturizing your face at the same time. So that's probably the easiest and the laziest way to wash your face, is to put oil on a cotton and rub it on your face and go to sleep. At least you know your face is clean, your face is moisturized, and your face is clean to put on your pillow, and you're not leaving residue behind. Staying on the line of makeup. When you're going to the gym, you're coming home from a long day's work and you head straight to the gym. What do? You change your clothes. Why? Because you can't work out in what you wore to work. And that's the same thing for your skin. You can't work out with what you wore to work. You wore makeup to work so you could beautify yourself to be presentable for your customers or what have you. You're at the gym. Everybody's plain Jane because they're there for one focus, to work out. Please take a minute to take the makeup off your face. Yes, you don't want to bring soap and a washcloth, and you maybe don't have the right tools in your hand to wash your face appropriately. That's fine. Take a Ziploc bag, put cotton, put oil on the cotton, and put that cotton in the Ziploc bag. There's your travel makeup remover right there. You don't have to go buy an expensive makeup remover at the store. You don't need those wipes that are full of chemicals that you're putting on your face. Make your own. If you go to the gym every day, just get a few of those round, what do you call that? They're pads, the round pads, facial pads. They use it for your nail polish too. But do you know what I'm talking about? Those round pads, I wish I had an example in front of me. You take 5 or 6 of them, pour your oil, whatever oil you want to use, put it on the pads, and then put in a Ziploc bag, and you have it for the week. If you go to the gym every day, there you go. That's your makeup remover. But definitely take your makeup off. Take your makeup off when you go to the gym, because again, when you're at the gym, you're there to sweat out toxins. When you're sweating, your pores are open. Your pores are open because it's trying to release stuff through your skin. If your pores are trying to release toxins through your skin, you don't want to have makeup that's full of chemicals, that's full of its own toxin going into your pores while your pores are trying to release toxins out. So be very, very, very careful about wearing makeup to the gym. And here's another thing that some people probably don't think about when it comes to the summertime and makeup. Here in Miami, it is extremely hot during the summer. So what happens? We're sweating, we're drenched, we're wiping sweat off our face. While we're wiping sweat off our face, the makeup that we have on is going into our pores. So we want to be sure that if you know it's going to be a hot day, if you can, I know some people are not comfortable with that, try not to wear makeup. I would actually say the best rule of thumb is less makeup during the summer, because you're going to sweat. Your pores are guaranteed to be open. And if you're lucky like I am, it's going to be open all day in Miami because the temperatures are just that hot. So please, when you're going out and you know what the day is going to be like, you know it's going to be a hot day, less is more. Put on less makeup if you can, if you're comfortable with it. Next, if you have any questions while I'm going, I know I'm kind of going a little fast, but if you have any questions, definitely leave it in the comment and I'll answer your questions for you. I covered don't wear makeup at the gym. Try to wear less makeup during the summer. Your hands. I know people say it all the time. This is something you've heard before, but be very careful of how you have your hands on your face. It's very simple. Hi, how are you? It's very simple, but we really need to be mindful on how many times we touch our face. My hands are clean, so that's why I'm doing it. But you will not imagine how many times your hands touch your face without you even thinking twice about it. So be more mindful throughout the day and try to see how many times your hands touch your face. Because every time your hand touches your face, you're touching the door, you're touching the car handle, you're touching your car keys, you're touching money, you're touching coins. God knows all the other things you're touching. And then and then you turn around and touch your face and you're in a conversation and you're tired and you're waiting. Yes, that feels comfortable, but how many things are going on your face? How many germs and bacteria are going on your face? And then people wonder why they break out here in their jawline. That's a lot of this. Another reason why people break out in their jawline, if you wear your hair long, if you wear protective styles, some people are allergic to the hair that they put on their head as a protective style. So they don't make the connection that the protective style is causing their skin rash, their skin irritation. So if you wear your hair long and your hair is always on your face, be mindful of what is happening here on your skin, so that you can solve that problem by either putting your hair back or making sure you don't have a lot of chemicals in your hair that touches your face. Yes, dirty phones. Dirty phones is major because a lot of us are like this. So although the phone is not touching all the way here, it's still touching all here. So then you see people's skin is irritated from here to here and don't understand why. Our phones are probably the dirtiest things you can imagine. How many times do we actually take the time Oh, this is an iPod, a broken one on top of that. Goes to show how many devices I have in my hand for this live stream. But how many times do we really clean our phones? Do we take the time to really clean our phone? No. And this is just a walking bacteria right here. So definitely be careful when you're on the phone that it doesn't touch your face. Try to talk like this, or try to talk with your speakerphone on. As a matter of fact, science research is showing that we are supposed to be talking on our cell phones like this, because they're still trying to find out what is happening to our brain by having this device so close to our ears. You can imagine we're still the first generation that's going through testing when it comes to phones and the effects on our brain. This research still doesn't know how phones affect our brain. So to be on the safe side, I know that's off topic, but it's still good to know. If you can, keep your phone away from your ears, keep your phone away from your body, keep your phone away from your lap. Try to just keep your phone off your body as much as possible, because there's a lot of radiation that comes out of these phones and that are touching our bodies. So that was off topic, that was a bonus, but something for you to think about. Someone said work phones. Yes, when you're using a work phone, you have this all here and you have this all here. It's still touching part of your face and it's still touching your mouth. Sometimes people are on a work phone and the phone is still resting against your mouth and you wonder why you break out in this area. It's all about being mindful. It's so many little things that we do that affects our skin, and we just don't pay attention to it because it's just, we're going through our day to day. But over the next week until the next live session, kind of be mindful. Every time something comes in contact with your face, ask yourself, is this causing my skin irritation? When I do this, what happens? Do I start scratching here? Or what happens to your face? People that rub their eyes a lot, I have a tendency of doing that. My hands, most of the time my hands is dirty when I'm doing that because I'm out. Something is irritating my eyes and I'm rubbing my eyes. So I'm doing two things that's inappropriate. One, I'm touching my face with dirty hands. Then I'm rubbing it, which is starting to leave black marks around my eyes. So that's something that people could think about. If you have dark circle around your eyes, what could be causing the dark circles? Is it because you're scratching your eyes a lot? Are you touching your eyes with dirty hands? Something else to be mindful about. And the last but not least, major thing to eliminate from your skin food diet, what products are you wearing? Thank you. What products, did I say what products are you wearing? What products are you putting on your skin? Guys, I know I'm gun-ho with natural. You know, natural is all me, but I wasn't always like that. I used to love wearing makeup. I used to love rocking my pop color, purple lips, and all of that. I used to love wearing my hair red. For those that knew me a little bit over a year ago, you know I had long red hair. So I loved wearing all the stuff that really wasn't good for your skin. Be mindful of what you put on your skin. That's probably the biggest thing you need to eliminate from your skin food diet. Although I'm not saying to eliminate it all at one time, but I really want you to be mindful. When you're putting on your foundation, what is in the foundation that you actually put on your skin? When you're putting your eyeshadow, your eyeliner, your eyebrow, your powder, your blush, your lipstick. What out of all these things that you're putting? Some people put primers, some people do the contour, the contour stuff. I don't know all the names to it because I don't wear makeup that much anymore. But each and every single one of those ingredients alone, each ingredient alone, I guarantee you, has more than 10 ingredients. What are those ingredients and what are you feeding your skin? I remember when I used to wear makeup, I used to love wearing MAC. Thank you. I used to love wearing MAC, and I could never understand why I would break out once in a while. And it's not until I started paying attention that I realized every time I wear the MAC foundation, my skin would break out. So I started to make the connection, okay, my skin does not like this makeup. So very, very simple things that could be causing your skin to break out, and it's something that you use every day and it just doesn't click in your mind. Clean your brushes. That is major, 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 major. Cleaning your brushes. You use your brush today, you're using it the same brush a month later, you're applying the same stuff over your face, you don't know how clean or dirty your face can be. One, you're picking up things from your face. Two, your brush is probably sitting somewhere that's open, so it's collecting its own germs, and you take that same brush and put back over your face day after day. You have to be mindful of what you put on your skin. Guys, my skin, I get a lot of compliments for my skin. My skin was, I honestly probably want to say my skin has gotten better over the last maybe 4 or 5 months. To me, that I thought was, that I was comfortable with. And that's because I had to be mindful of every single little thing that I did. Granted, I've had a skincare line for 3 years. I've been a skincare esthetician for 2.5 years, and I've taught skin for over 1.5 years. But for me to finally get my skin to a point where I am comfortable without wearing makeup took me a long time. I was one of those people that I had to, I wouldn't say the minute I woke up in the morning I had to wear makeup, but the minute I walked out that door, I had to wear makeup. And I didn't like my lips. I was always trying to cover up. And then it's over time, I started realizing, and then a friend told me, why do you always like wearing makeup? And I'm like, cause, I like it. But then when I really had to sit down, I had to ask myself, what am I trying to cover up? And it's because I didn't like my face the way it was. I had a lot of blemishes. I had a lot of pimples, a lot of blackheads, and I didn't know how to clear my skin. Although I had all the education, I didn't know how to clear my skin. So it took me a long time to truly understand my skin. It took me a long time to realize that a lot of things that I was doing was causing my skin to keep breaking out. And even one thing I started doing, which I started doing in our book, adding affirmations. I was telling a friend the other day, we do affirmations to get more money. We do affirmations to bring positivity in our life. We do affirmations to lose weight. I started doing affirmations so my skin can glow. And it was very simple. It was very simple affirmation. God, help my skin to glow wherever I go. Very simple. Because my biggest problem, and this may go off topic, but I think we all need it. We all have something that we struggle with. We all have something that we're embarrassed about. We all have something we don't feel we're capable or worthy of doing. So when I started my skincare journey, meaning when I started school, that was my biggest struggle. I was in school. Here I am, an esthetician, and my face was jacked up. Jacked up. And I remember my teacher saying, well, Donata, take that problem and turn it into something positive, because one of the reasons my face was really bad is because I have a lot of digestive issues. And I had pimples all here. They would not go anywhere. It doesn't matter how many times I had a facial. It didn't matter how many times I cleaned my face. Those pimples would not leave. They were there for life. So when I started doing people's skin, I was always embarrassed when people were like, oh, you're an esthetician. I'm like, yes, but I have some skin concerns, and it's my digestive. I always felt I had to explain myself until, yes, and realizing this is where I am in my journey, and this is what I need to do to improve. As is it Hey Jazz? Because I didn't get your first name. I started changing my diet. I started eating healthier. Do I eat clean all the way? No. Do I go up and down in my diet? Yes. But at the end of the day, now I understand my diet is, hi Jasmine, now I understand my diet affects my skin. And that's another thing. A lot of people, they take all the appropriate steps, and the one thing that they need to change is the way they eat. So that was me. I was using my natural products. I understood skin. I did everything right, drank a ton of water. I was exercising. But the final thing that I needed to change was my diet. I had to change my diet so I can eat better. So there are so many different reasons why different people have different issues with their skin, because all our skin is unique and all our situations are unique. But yes, water helps too. But I wanted to drive home today the elimination diet. What are you using right now that you can eliminate during your skin food journey so that you can start having healthier skin? And I'm just going to recap because there was a lot of people not on the call at the beginning. So I'm just going to name the things that we talked about. When you have a chance, download the iPod. Yes, soda affects the skin too. All that sugar is so bad for the skin. When you have a chance, I will upload this podcast. I would upload this live stream to iTunes so you can listen to it again if you missed the beginning. But just to recap what I talked about on the call today. Switch from hot water to warm water. If you have dry skin, let go of your love for African black soap. If you have troubled skin, acne, large pores, you tend to break out, let go of the coconut oil. Wrap your hair at night. Change your washcloth every 3 to 4 days. Change your pillowcase minimum 5 days. I'm sorry, not minimum. 5 days to 7 days. So at least every week change your pillowcase. So I was down to the wearing makeup during the summer. Try to wear less makeup. Don't wear makeup to the gym. Your hands, your phone. Just over the next week until we meet again next Wednesday, be mindful of what you put on your skin. Hi, thank you for coming back. Be mindful of what you put on your skin and be mindful things that come in contact with your skin. So again, I will put this video together and I will have it on YouTube if you missed the beginning. I am on iTunes, guys. I'm so excited. I'm on iTunes, so whenever I have my live stream, I'm definitely going to put an edit. I'm going to edit it and post it on iTunes so you can listen to it whenever you want to. Subscribe to my emails because I'm in the process of putting things together. So as I put things together, I will be sending information to you. Everything that I'm telling you about, there's a link in my bio on Instagram that takes you to wherever you need to go for my things. My ebook, my podcast, my YouTube, whatever it is that I'm doing, you can find it on the link in my Instagram bio. So whenever you need something, just go there. Definitely subscribe to my emails because as I create content, I will share it with you. I won't bombard your emails, so don't, trust me, I won't do that. And as I'm growing, guys, help me grow. Share my information with friends and family because my goal is to touch the lives of 1 million people, if not more. I just want to have an impact. And it's so funny that I've had that goal for years. And then it hit me recently like, okay, so you think 1 million people are just going to come and find you? You need to go out there and put in the work. So that's why I decided to do more. Yes. That's why I decided to do more classes on Instagram Live and sharing information with you. That's why I started, yes, it is. That's why I started Mask Off Mondays, and I cannot wait to really dive in for Mask Off Mondays because I started that really because I want to get deeper than skin. We have so many deep issues that we are holding on to, and people don't realize some of the things we hold on to comes through our skin. So I can't wait to get deeper into our episodes for Mask Off Mondays. So that's what Mask Off Mondays is about. And then we have our skin food journey for Wednesdays. And then everything else is on the link in the bio on Instagram. So definitely share my information with others. I'm going to wrap it up. But if you guys can give me a second, I want to read to make sure I didn't miss any questions. And guys, the only way I can provide content for you is if you give me, like, if there's something that you really are pressed to learn about, just send me a DM on Instagram so I can add it to my content, because I can sit here and talk all day for myself, but that's not what I'm here for. I really want to pour into your life. So whatever it is you love for me to talk about as a topic, drop it in my Instagram DM and I will add it to my content to share in the future. So give me a second. Let me go and see if there's any questions, and then I'll wrap it up. 1 second. What do I suggest as an alternative to makeup? No makeup. I'm sorry, guys. No, I really feel that we are so beautiful. We are so beautiful. And I have women that come to the farmers market and they talk about their scars, and they talk about, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, can you please show me the scar? Let me pull a magnifying glass because I don't see it. We are so hard on ourselves, and we are so beautiful, and we don't realize our beauty. We don't realize how blessed we are. When I look at the women that come to me with skin issues from head to toe, or I have 2 or 3 women that are dealing with a skin condition called lichen planus. I hope I'm saying it right. And what that condition is their internal body attack their skin. And that's one of those examples of when you have stuff going on, it comes through your skin. So they are marked from neck to their feet. And some of them, it covers their face. If I'm going to type it here, I want you guys, I hope I'm spelling it right. If you even, I think that's how you spell it. If you even take a second and look on Instagram hashtags, look that up. When you see what other people are dealing with their skin, and you look in the mirror and you see the skin that you've been blessed with, I guarantee you, you're going to start really starting to embrace and love your skin. Like I said, you see I have no makeup on. The only thing I always wear, maybe most of the time, is a little bit of eyeliner. That's just one of those things I always wear. But it took me a long time to feel comfortable. Even when I stopped wearing makeup, I feel like, oh, I don't like my face. Look at my lips. If you guys look at my lips carefully, it's discolorated. That used to be my biggest problem of why I always used to wear lipstick. But I had to finally say, okay, you know what? It's discolorated because I used to peel my lips. Nobody explained to me that it will mess up your lips. Okay, it is what it is. This is me. And when you guys get to the point where you can go out with no makeup and feel no shame and not care, it is the best feeling in the world. So my suggestion as an alternative to makeup is try to, I don't know if you do or don't, is just try to start going out with no makeup and see how you feel. It's going to feel weird at first, but I guarantee you, once you let go of it, you're going to feel amazing. Do I wear makeup to go to a special event? Yes. But I try my best not to, because I don't like all the products that are coming on my skin. Yes, there is alternative makeup that you can wear that doesn't have all the chemicals. So I can post makeup companies that have healthy makeup. I know one of them is from her skin line is called Face Food. And I'll if you guys will not leave me a message, if you guys will tag your name on the post announcing this Instagram live, I will leave her name on there. She has it's called Face Food. She also makes natural products, but she also makes skincare. I don't know if she makes it or she's connected with a company. Her makeup looks legit. It looks pretty. It looks soft, and it looks light. So I will definitely give you that information. But her line is called Face Food. A tinted moisturizer. What do you mean by tinted moisturizer? A moisturizer that has a little color to give your face a tan? I'm assuming that's what it is. I'll give you the name to her company to answer that question. Let me see what other questions are here. 1 second. The dermatologist told you you wasted your co-payment once. What were you dealing with for the dermatologist? Uh-oh. Where's my comments? There you go. Guys, don't laugh at me on the other end. You see, I'm sitting here struggling trying to go through these comments. Okay, lighter than foundation. I know there's a way you can actually make the makeup with different herbs and powders where you know you're using something that is very natural, but I would have to look into that. Okay? And I'm going to jot that down too. Does anybody else have any questions before we wrap it up? Got you. Like a BB cream? I think BB creams are like that. Okay. And I'll actually send a message to her too and ask her if she has anything like that. So basically you want something very light, not heavy, that has a little tint to it to kind of color any discoloration. Okay. Yes, like a BB cream. There was a company that I followed. I think it was called Dead Sea Minerals that had a BB cream that was really, really good. So I'll get that information for you too. Okay, guys, I don't want to keep you too long. I'll give you about 20 seconds if you have any other questions to ask. I already did my wrap up. Oh, and don't forget, feed your skin live foods. This is a dragon fruit, and this is what I've been feeding my skin, what I fed my skin yesterday. So when you have fruits and vegetables in the house, look at it as skin food also. Don't just eat it and throw it away. Make good use out of the peel of your fruits and vegetables. Okay? Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining. I appreciate spending time with you. You all have a blessed evening.